Que lo que, mi gente? It's your boy Rick Diesel, and welcome to another episode of the MIGO Experiment. Today, I have a special guest live from Miami, a really dope artist. I've been looking her up for a while. She's Dominican, really fire, making a lot of noise. If you go to her YouTube, she has nothing but millions of views, dope songs, English, Spanish, salsa, merengue. It's just fire. Con nosotros tenemos
a Marielle Hazlo. Hello, ¿cómo están?
Estamos bien. Marielle Hazlo. Marielle, entonces vamos a comenzar la entrevista preguntándote a ti. Ok, entonces eres dominicana. ¿Dónde fue que tú naciste? Where were you born?
I was actually born here in Miami, pero me crié en República Dominicana. So I grew up in the DR, but I'm American. Well, American Dominican, I would say.
Oh, really? The funny thing is, I am too. I'm the same way.
Okay.
Born here in the States, and my parents shipped me to DR so I could become more Dominican.
Become more Dominican. I like that.
You know, that's what they say.
Yeah.
As I've been listening to your music, like, I'm like, yo, she does bachata, well, merengue, yo escuché, what I've heard, merengue, reggaeton, and like a rock type vibes. So like, I really wanted to know, like, what's your inspiration to make the music that you make?
Yeah, actually, so when I started out, writing my own songs in English, because I started writing my songs when I was in school. So I was in an American school, and I used to have to write them in English, so that when the teachers would pass me like in the back, you know, they always like kind of like looking at your notebook, see what you're doing. Like I could like be like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just doing like a job for English, you know, for my English class. And they would be like, okay. And that's why my first songs were in English. And in that moment when I was writing my songs, pop rock was very, dominating the scene. So I think that's why I had so much influence from that time and that era, the 90s, you know, kind of like come out in those first few songs. But then as I, you know, grew older and became and wanted to represent my country, I wanted to include some of those fusions like merengue. And I did do something in bachata, but it's actually a song que yo decidí hacerle como una versión en bachata. So there's the pop version and then there's the bachata version. And I kind of like went on this fusion vibe. It was the best I could describe it.
I really like it. I mean, to be honest with you right now, the way I'm looking at it with music right now, it's a lot of fusions going on.
Yeah.
You know, between hip hop, pop, Latin music, reggaeton, even transcending to like even dembow. Dembow is going crazy right now. Worlds are colliding.
Yes, definitely.
A question for you. So now that we're on the basis of talking about music colliding, like I just heard a song with SZA singing in Spanish. Like, where do you see like Latin music going within the next couple of years?
I mean, I think it's gonna grow even more than it has now. Everyone wants to be, you know, collab with a Latin artist. All the American artists are like, oh, yo necesito esa featuring con Latino, because right now Latin music and Latinos are, you know, dominating the music scene. And I'm glad that that's happening. I'm glad that our cultures are being, you know, shown, and that our, you know, essence is being portrayed in a way that people enjoy and people like and people dance to.
I really love the collaboration that you have with Juan Magán. Did I say that correctly?
Yeah, Juan Magán, yes.
Juan Magán, that collaboration right there is really, really, really dope. The whole vibe. Like, how did that occur? How did that happen?
Actually, Juan became maybe I don't remember how many years ago, but not that long ago, became my neighbor in the Dominican Republic.
Word.
And so I was like, this is my opportunity to be like, hi, I'm Marielle. I'm a singer, you know? And
you were already an
like,
artist when that happened?
yeah, I was already an artist when we met. And so he met my parents, my family. Everyone's like, you have to work with her. Of course, you have to work, you know, lo papa dominicano. Like my son, my daughter's a singer, my daughter's a singer, my daughter's a singer. And it was so much fun because I would always joke around, like, you know, when are we doing the featuring? You know, when are we doing the featuring? And one day he just called me. He's like, are you up for doing the feature? I'm like, yep, hell yes.
Yo, I really love that song, honestly. Like I guess, I don't know, I guess the fact that you really wanted to do that song with him, like transcended in the song, and you could tell, like, I mean, you did your thing.
And he told me, he said, it's actually with someone else. He didn't tell me with who. So he said, you're only gonna get like 30 seconds. I said, 30 seconds, that's a lot. I'll do 30 seconds. I don't care. You know, Juan Magán song, I'll do 10 seconds.
Hey, you killed that. You killed it. It's so beautiful. Like, I played it for my mom earlier, played it for my sister. They love the track because I'm trying to let them know, like, mira una artista dominicana, escúchenla de una vez. They're like, oh, pero mira qué linda canta esa muchacha. Oh, wow.
So cute.
You got some fans in my crib now.
Oh, okay. So you should send my fans a big hug, you know, for me to them.
I definitely will. Well, you know, so checking you out, right? You've been out here doing your thing for a while now. And it's safe to say that you're more of a mature artist. You know, you've been through ups and downs in the music industry. I'd like to ask, tell us about your first steps to becoming a more seasoned artist that you are now. Like, what was the first steps that you took to become a seasoned artist, where you were like, you know what, you know what, I think these are the right steps I'm taking, you know?
Yeah. So when I decided to like pursue this career 100%, like I said, 100% in, I went to classes, vocal lessons. I went to lessons of how to speak on interviews, where to look at, how to act behind the camera. I went to all the lessons I could think of that would help me become a better artist. That's when I started collaborating with other artists, because I was told that collaborating with other artists would help me grow as an artist. And it did. And it did not only other artists as other singers, like other producers, other singer-songwriters. Most of my songs, I'm involved in the writing process, but not all of them. I am the head writer. And before I would be like, no, I have to be the head writer. Now I'm like, I really don't have to be the head writer, as long as I feel identified with what they're saying. And as long as I'm involved in the process, because I'm sitting here, I'm listening to them creating the song, and I'm learning so much from these composers and these writers that it helped me grow as an artist.
Yeah. Soaking in the process of other people. Yeah. I definitely see growth in that. I definitely see how that can help also the growth process. Most definitely. So I saw your song Mas, and I mean, that song is really dope too. It's fire. I mean, I was like, yo, compared to the other songs that you have and your look, I was like, she's looking pretty gangster in this one. You know what I'm saying?
You know, I have to be like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, because there's a lot of sides to me. And I want people to know that. I want people to know that I'm the girl you can approach, and at the same time, I'm that girl.
Definitely understood. You know, I mean, you cracked YouTube. You hit like 1 million views in like 2 weeks, yo. That's like,
yeah, I don't know how I did that. I swear, I have like a formula. I'm very happy. Obviously, I'm ecstatic about, and I have to thank each and every one of you who watched the video, who made those 1 million views possible. Because without my fans and without that connection that I've made with them, I would not have this career. I have to thank them every day for like making me who I am, and pushing me to do better and do more. Because I'm always like thinking, what do my fans want to see? Yeah. What do they want to see? Like I'm now creating a third album, which hopefully I don't know yet, will come out in 2022, sorry. 2020 fast.
Okay.
2022. Yeah. So that album, when I'm choosing a song, I'm thinking, okay, I'm choosing this song, but the next song has to be something for my fans, because I'm choosing one for me, one for them. One for me, one, kind of like that. And then obviously the ones I choose, I think they're gonna like it. I think they're gonna understand the choice of song. But I always think like, okay, I see my fans telling me they want more something like Nadie Más Que Tú. So how do I create something similar, or something that kind of reminds them of that song, and put it in the album? So I'm also working on growing that connection that I already have with the fans.
Satisfying their needs, but also satisfying your creativity growth, right?
Yeah. I don't want to say never, because you never know, but I don't see myself releasing something that I don't like. I don't see that happening. Like if my manager's like, I want this, he won't do it because he knows me, and I have a great manager. But certain times in the industry, there's people who push you to do something like, ay, tú tienes que hacer esto para pegarte, o tú tienes que hacer. I would be like, I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing my art, and hopefully people will understand what I'm doing and connect with what I'm doing. If I don't like it, I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, don't compromise your artistic integrity. I completely.
And obviously, I'm very open. People, it's not that I'm like, I don't want to listen to that. No, I'm very open to listening and being like, okay, why do you want me to do this? Or like, what do you see in the song that could help me, potentially grow as an artist? But if I'm listening to it, I'm like, it's a cool song, but I don't see myself singing it, then I probably won't sing it.
Right. True. Well, let me ask you this. As a fan, as a new fan that you have, me, myself, ¿cuándo viene el dembow?
Okay, so this is a question que me hacen a cada rato. Viene muy pronto y ojalá que pueda ser parte de mi álbum. Estoy trabajando en que no quiero decirle la idea, pero ahorita me la
robo. No tiene que decir la idea. Dilo de una manera creativa para que la gente ubique.
No, como, tú sabes que mis letras son muy picantes, sabrosas, sexy, pero no vulgares, como que mantienen una línea como bien fina. Si tú te escuchas más.
Christian Dior, desde que tú lo hueles te arrebata, yo entiendo.
Ajá. Como que yo digo como te estás dando cuenta en más, que incluso fue una canción que me empujé un poquito a ser un poquito más sexy, en la manera de hablar. Como quiera, yo decía, ok, esto no se puede decir, ok, yo puedo decir esto, pero no esto. O sea, la canción inclusive comenzaba diciendo, como que si se da, no quiero que mañana lo menciones, quedará en su mente, todos los besos, las posiciones. Y yo dije, las posiciones, porque hay que decir posiciones. Y dije, no, cambiemos eso por intenciones. And that little change. Y a veces me molesta que la gente está como que, ay, mira, ya hice una canción sexy. Y dije, tú no sabes lo que costó a mí sentarme y negociar qué iba y no iba para yo tratar de mantener una línea bien limpia y también demostrarle a la gente que ya yo no tengo 15 años como cuando yo comencé. Ya yo no soy una mujer ya mayor, eso es una parte de mi vida también. Y eso es una parte que yo quiero compartir con mis fans. Eso es lo que yo voy a tratar de hacer con el dembow también. Ahí te lo dejo, porque quiero cerrar esa idea sin
Está
decirte
perfecto.
mucho.
No, mira, está perfecto. Te digo por qué. Tú tienes el derecho de expresarte como te dé la gana en la música. La música es un mundo, es una fantasía, para cada uno es diferente. Y también tú no tienes que ser lo mismo que están haciendo otras, ¿me entiendes?
Sí, y lo respeto.
También puede ser diferente reservando alguna cosa, ¿me entiendes? Yeah. Bueno, mira, tú dijiste que cuando tú tenías 15 años, ¿verdad? Una preguntita. ¿Qué tipo de consejo tú le darías a Marielle Hazlo de 15 años? La Marielle Hazlo de hoy.
Yo le diría que tenga paciencia, mucha paciencia. Que deje de pensar tantas cosas como a futuro. O sea, uno se queda como, no se pone muy ansioso y se pone a pensar mucho qué va a ser mi futuro, cómo yo voy a estar. Y que se concentre en el ahora. Que se concentre en el ahora, que se dedique 100% a su música y que prontamente todo ese trabajo que ella va a hacer, porque lo hizo, porque estoy aquí, la va a llevar a un éxito mucho más grande de lo que ella esperaba. Eso le dijera yo a ella. Somos la misma persona, pero tú.
Sí, no, yo creo que hay una joven por ahí, igual como tú, a los 15 años, que te está mirando ahora mismo y está diciendo, mira, si ella lo pudo hacer, yo también lo puedo hacer. ¿Por qué no?
Sí, sí. Espero que lo intenten por lo menos, porque al final todos nos vamos de esta tierra. Y lo peor que tú puedes hacer es que en tu último momento pensar, diantre, no hice tal cosa. Yo le digo a la gente, de verdad piensa, ¿qué es lo peor que te puede pasar si tú lo intentas?
Sí, sí.
Que no te funcione, pues no funcionó, óyeme. Yo conozco mucha gente de la industria, de la música, del negocio de la música, que comenzó, like they wanted to be a singer, and it didn't work out for them, but they're great songwriters. Or maybe they wanted to be a singer, it didn't work out for them, and now they're great managers. Or they work in some sort of way with the music industry. But because they made that first step, they started knowing people who are like, oh, you're a great singer, because it's not that they're not a great singer, it's just that sometimes it just doesn't, I don't know, life is like that. It doesn't work out for everyone because not everyone, but it opened a lot of opportunities for them. And now they're in a place where you could talk to them and they'll be like, I'm so happy where I am right now. I don't see myself as a singer. I think my purpose was to be a manager, or my purpose was to be a songwriter, or my purpose was to be this and this and that. And so I tell people, you're never gonna lose when you try, because you're gonna learn so much, and you never know what one door can lead you to.
Nunca te puedes desesperar. Donde una puerta se cierra, otra se abre, ¿verdad?
Sí, perdona.
No te preocupes, no te preocupes. Donde cierra una puerta, se abre otra. Siempre hay una oportunidad de hacer lo que uno quiere.
Sí, sí.
Donde, como dicen en inglés, where there's a will, there's a way también.
Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. And also when God, they say when God closes a door, he opens a window.
Sí, esa está buena también. Esa está buena. Marielle, entonces, ¿tú estás firmado en una disquera o eres independiente?
Soy independiente, estoy firmada por mi propia disquera. So Hazlo Records is something I'm working on too. Having my own record label. It's also a dream of mine, growing it. Right now I am the only artist. I want to grow it first so that then I can start including other artists within the record label.
So you are an entrepreneur as well as an artist, as
Yes.
well as a writer. That's amazing. That's amazing. So what steps did you have to do in order to learn music business?
be in the business.
True.
Be in the business. I learned a lot by being a singer. I feel like there's a lot missing in the business. And I am still learning that's why I don't want to take anyone on right now yet, because I feel like I still need to learn as a businesswoman and have patience, as like the same way I did with my career as a singer. I have to have patience with this business because I want to, I obviously want to be a good, make the right business decisions. And so, I'm taking my time, I'm doing things right, and I'm opening my business. And soon, hopefully, I can take in new artists and new songwriters and producers and everything else, and to become part of Hazlo Records.
I see it as a beautiful thing that you're a Latina woman with your own company. And, it's a testament to other Latinas out there that, you don't need to get signed by some dude or, try to look for a producer and this and that. Like, just grind hard yourself. Look for people that can help you put these things together and learn. I can only imagine how many books you read, how many people you asked for advice to, to get the information that you need to start putting out your records in a professional manner, which is really fire. Marielle, can you tell the people more about the record Mas and how they can find you, where they can find you?
Of course. Mas, it's a song about wanting a little bit more from that special person. And you can find all of my music. You can look it up as Marielle Hazlo, which is MARIELLE, Hazlo as in HAZLO. And I'm like that in all of the platforms. And you can go to YouTube and look me up like that too. So it's very easy. And I'm now going to say it in Spanish for people who don't speak English, just in case.
Yes.
Me pueden buscar en todas las plataformas digitales, escuchar más en todas las plataformas digitales como Marielle Hazlo. Marielle es con doble L y una E, Hazlo de hacer. Y así estoy en todos los lados, hasta en el arroz les salgo así, que no hay pérdida, para que escuchen más y comenten en el video.
Bueno, ya saben, mi gente, por favor, sigan a Marielle Hazlo, me disculpa, como hice yo también, la seguí ahora mismo, le di like a un bollo de fotos y lo voy a seguir haciendo porque es una artista increíble y una personalidad bien bella, hermosa.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias, Marielle. And this has been another episode of the MIGO Experiment. Take care.
Thank you. Take care.